Robert Morris University of Illinois has no national sports identity, but the school believes it could put itself on the map with a win over Kentucky in front of a video game screen while wearing the school colors in an endeavor the school is pioneering, eSports scholarships.
I know a couple of the basketball guys. You know, a couple guys come in and say, "Hey, coach, video game scholarship for real?"
I don't particularly feel it like it's athletic because there's no physical, we're not training physically, but at the same time, there's still this very high level of competition.
People are going to look back on Robert Morris and be like, "Hey, wow, these guys were the early adopters of it. They really started this trend." And hopefully other schools are going to think, "Wow, we could get on board with this and create some history."
Scholarships for gamers would be hard to justify in an era of cost-cutting budgets and the legal need for gender equity. But gamers are trying to break down the stigma that they are performers too.
A lot of people think I'm a nerd just playing video games, but I think I'm an athlete.
Athletic scholarships for gamers, a potential new frontier. Today on Outside the Lines.
And now, sitting in for Bob Lee, Andy Katz.
Video games have become a given in mainstream American culture. And around the holidays, the odds are high that they will be played for hours throughout the course of the day. But some parents may not want to hear that there could be an advantage to all that time spent in front of a video screen instead of actually playing outside or communicating with friends, siblings, and extended relatives. Playing the games may actually turn into honing a skill worthy enough to become a scholarship athlete. TJ Quinn takes us to Robert Morris University, Illinois, where the new big men on campus aren't necessarily imposing traditional jocks.
At Robert Morris University in Chicago, Alex Marzette is a high-flying senior. Quarterback Cameron Blaylark is the freshman flash. But who's the trash-talking recruit who put Robert Morris in the big time? 17-year-old Adrian Ma.
Popstar Adrian.
Who are we yelling for? Popstar Adrian!
Go back now. You can go back now. Back away. Just back away. Just back away. Act like you're walking away.
Ma came to Robert Morris this fall to play the game League of Legends on an athletic scholarship.
Victory!
RMU is the first school in the United States to offer scholarships for gaming, though the sport isn't governed by any sanctioning body. The move galvanized the gaming world and left traditional athletes asking, how is this a sport?
I know a couple of the basketball guys. You know, a couple guys come in and say, "Hey, coach, video game scholarship for real?"
Kurt Melcher is the Associate Athletic Director at RMU and the brainchild of the school's eSports program. He's a longtime gamer and says he came up with the idea after seeing the crowd that turned out for the League of Legends final in Los Angeles last year.
It was, selling out Staples Center. When I saw League of Legends, you're playing a team, 5-person team, it sort of was a light bulb moment. Why can't we give a scholarship to get the best gamers to our university?
The reach of gaming is undeniable. The game's creator, Riot Games, says an estimated 27 million people around the world play League of Legends every day. Competitions are streamed to international audiences, and stars are born, like Adrian Ma.
Popstar Adrian.
We can go now.
This is just ridiculous. It's just incredibly devastating performance from him.
I always win. I don't play around. I told you my zooming is feared, man.
10 kills in 10 minutes.
I'm 5'9", 110 pounds, but I'm a killer in the game. Some people worship me, and I'm a god to them at my school.
As big as so-called eSports may be, RMU's announcement that it would be giving athletic scholarships provoked some predictable backlash. What made you look at League of Legends as a sport, as an athletic activity?
Well, it's competitive, right? It takes a lot of practice to be good at it. All those things mirror traditional athletics and traditional sports, minus the cardiovascular element.
I'm going to put the thing really deep.
But does a virtual battle fought with cartoonish figures really compare to the brawn of traditional sports?
Eagles.
You are all college athletes. When you were told that this was an athletic scholarship, what did you think of that?
It was definitely a good opportunity to take and come here, but I feel like using the term athletic is kind of, I don't know, it's...
I don't particularly feel like it's athletic because there's no physical, we're not training physically, but at the same time, there's still this very high level of competition. So
I think there's some physical activity because you have to react and...
Oh yeah, no, like you still have to move the mouse and be extremely accurate and fast.
Adrian Ma never took to traditional athletics, but he was born to play eSports. He got into League of Legends about 3 years ago and has never left the virtual battleground.
I don't go outside. It's so addicting. I can't do anything else. I don't forget to use the restroom, to eat.
His dismayed parents even forced him to go on computer-free cruise ship vacations. And when Robert Morris University came calling with a scholarship, they happily gave in to his addiction.
I was like, oh my God, my parents won't think I'm a failure now. I'm going to school.
Well, it's interesting. We've even had staff members on campus say, well, my 11-year-old at home is starting to play video games, so maybe I should keep a closer eye on this.
Megan Smith-Eggert is the athletic director at RMU. Where do you see this all going in 5 years?
We anticipate to grow League of Legends. We anticipate to add more games to our eSport offerings. I think that we'll see it offered that same way across the nation.
University of Kentucky senior Jacob Wire certainly hopes so. He plays for a club team at UK. No scholarships, no fancy chairs.
People are going to look back on Robert Morris and be like, hey, wow, these guys were the early adopters of it. They really started this trend. And hopefully other schools are going to think, wow, we could get on board with this and create some history.
The University of Kentucky did make history as Robert Morris's first opponent this year. The Eagles pregame huddle was a little unpolished.
All right, Eagles on 3. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. Eagles!
But what they lacked in ceremony, they more than made up in competition, with pop star Adrian orchestrating the massacre.
Just move smart, dude. Like if we don't see any of them on the map, you need to move back.
It's looking to be all RMU once. Now 11 kills for RMU, completely unanswered by the Wildcats.
Robert Morris just has a stacked team. I mean, they basically had UK's basketball team in League of Legends.
It's over, man. It's over. All right, good job.
The power of RMU. Yeah, Robert Morris University, it turns out you give these guys scholarships to play League of Legends. You put together a pretty awesome team.
The team received unprecedented media coverage and even heard from cheering crowds at a school pep rally. When Outside the Lines first visited in October, the fledgling program was exceeding Melcher's hopes. Things came together beautifully. The school brought in top-flight talent. It got sponsors who helped build an incredible facility. And the school romped through its first matches, not even losing a single game. Then came the next step in big-time college athletics. The best player, Adrian Ma, he just went pro.
Adrian Ma was offered a professional contract with LMQ, and he's gone. He decided to go.
Pop star Adrian lasted a month at RMU, his departure foreshadowed by the fact that he had played in professional tournaments before. Out of the students you have any of them won money in competition before?
Yeah, and actually a few of the players have expressed that, they had aspirations and dreams of going pro in League of Legends.
Well, if this was an NCAA varsity sport, you can't make a penny doing this. Why is it okay at this level?
We're not sanctioned by any governing body, NAIA, NCAA, USCAA, any governing body that's out there. So the rules aren't as hard and fast. They're not as stringent at this time. But maybe as eSports starts to evolve, we may see some of that.
As a private university, Robert Morris thought they had assembled a superstar team. But Ma's departure has them making other Division I comparisons.
Are we, Syracuse with Carmelo Anthony, or are we like Calipari, Kentucky, all of a sudden? But with the current rule structure that's there, we can't prevent that.
Let's go, League of Legends! Robert Morris back with vengeance! Let's go, League of Legends!
It's all part of the new frontier of eSports that Melcher and others know they'll adapt to over time. But Adrian Ma, professional gamer, says he knows exactly who he is.
A lot of people think I'm a nerd just playing video games, but I think I'm an athlete.
Victory!